Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're in Dalvik, Iceland, in North Iceland. It's a really long story about how I got here. We'll get to that another time. We're just up the fjord. From going down this way into the fjord, we get to Akureyri, which is like the capital of the north. And by capital, I mean there's only like 18,000 people in that city. That's the biggest city up here. Nice. Quiet morning, quiet morning. But today we're going on an adventure. Now, technically, I've been pretty far north. You know, I've been to Canada, I've been to Russia, I've been to Siberia. Siberia, despite being very cold, most of it is not in the Arctic Circle. I've actually never been to the Arctic Circle. Every time I come to Iceland, I've always been super close, but Iceland, the Arctic Circle actually goes right above it. But I found out, you know me, chasing adventures, finding adventures anywhere I go. I found that Iceland has a small island in the north in which the Arctic Circle goes directly across. And so up there's a little orb that denotes that this is where the Arctic Circle is. So today we're going to take a ferry, this little ferry. We're going to go a few hours north of Iceland, and then I only have about 5 hours before the boat is going to come back. So we're going to land there, and I'm going to, wow, sounds so stupid. Stupid, but yet hilariously funny. We're gonna run across the island of Grimsy to get all the way up to the Arctic Circle and then run back and catch the ferry back to mainland Iceland. So, let's go. Okay, and so now we've reached it, the Grimsy Island. 3 hours later. Also, I tried taking some videos of it, but it's impossible to catch it perfectly timed. But a whole bunch of humpback whales breaching on the entire way here. It's outstandingly beautiful. These huge humpback whales, just beautiful. But our goal is that we're walking all the way up to the north. Actually, we're running because there's only enough turnaround time, 5 hours or so, until this ferry goes right back to Iceland. And the next one won't be for 2 days. So let's run. And hello, the Grimsy Island. Yeah, man, that's how you do it. I mean, if you lived on an island in the middle of nowhere, I mean, how else do you entertain yourself? Okay, so the airport is right over here, but I want you guys to take a look at this, because they're everywhere here. These are puffins. I'm not gonna get too close, because right now is kind of like during mating season for them, but they just hug all over this cliff. Very small, and they like to stay next to the edge of the cliff because they jump down. They're really bad at flying and they fall down towards the water. And likewise, when they get up to fly, they paddle like this before they can actually get off the ground. They're really bad flyers, really bad aviators, but really, really cool little animals. Look at this. I'm getting goosebumps. It is so cool. I've seen puffins many, many times all over Iceland. But wow, look at these. They're just everywhere. This island is full of puffins. Guys, I really do not know how to explain it better, but I just love my life. Oh, I am so grateful. So grateful to travel and see things like this. Really, really, it's a really sweet feeling. I mean, look. It's a good day. It's a good day. Now, you guys know the Brayden Drevlow videos. That it wouldn't be a Brayden Drevlow video if you didn't learn something new. So your fun fact of the day, let me put this down. Your fun fact of the day is that polar bears can swim up to 700 kilometers for over 9 days. That's quite amazing, isn't it? Really, they're actually like marine mammals because their entire life consists of living on the sea platforms to hunt seals. Now, as the Arctic ice keeps melting, that basically they're going to follow the seals wherever they go. And so there's been an increased, lots of puffins. There's been increased numbers of polar bears that have been leaving their natural habitats. Their normal habitats have been Svalbard up in Norway and East Greenland. And every once in a while, there'll be a polar bear that washes on shore in Iceland. I think they get caught in the currents and, you know, stuff like this. But once they get on land, they can run 40 kilometers an hour, which is 25 miles an hour for my American audience. So yeah, they're not cool. They're the only animal on planet that actively hunts humans. So much so that if you go to like Longyearbyen in Svalbard, that as you leave the city limits, you need to bring a rifle with you, and you need to leave your car doors unlocked in case, you know, someone needs to escape a polar bear. Now, the reason I mention this is that Iceland has, I mean, of all the polar bear sightings that they have here, which have been documented for hundreds of years back into the ancient sagas, the most recent ones and the largest density of them have been here on the Grimsy Islands. Yay! And guess what? I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody here to help. Now, there are two things that you can do to prevent a polar bear attack. The number one thing, which everybody says, is that you should be with a slower person. And unfortunately, I'm not with Shubham. Shubham is very slow, and he would be eaten by the polar bear first. I think he would also taste like a little bit of masala. But I'm by myself, like I said. So, what Icelanders do, this is really great actually. This is a great tidbit, just for you to know in life, that Icelanders believe that if you see a polar bear is going to be chasing you, what you should do is you should turn your clothes inside out. So your gloves, your hats, stuff like this. And the reason is that when you're getting chased by the polar bear, that you should take off articles of clothing and throw it over your shoulder. Clothes that are inside out. Icelanders say that polar bears really hate it when you wear clothes inside out. And so then if you throw the clothes off, the polar bear will get angry and stop and turn the clothes back around, and therefore giving you more time to run away. So, I love Iceland. This is great. This is great. Okay, let's keep going. The Arctic Circle is like, I'd say it's altogether like 5 kilometers of a walk. And so, or maybe a little bit more. And so, I still probably got about 2 kilometers left. So, let's keep going. Wow, it's beautiful. It's beautiful here. Okay, let's keep going. The orb is down there, the Arctic Circle. Let's go. And here it is on the northernmost point of Iceland, the tip of the island Grimsy, the marker for the Arctic Circle. Wow, I get goosebumps again. Oh, this is so cool, so cool. This is and now, we are officially in the Arctic Circle, guys! Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I've been pretty far north, but I've never actually crossed the Arctic Circle, so, this is a first. This is cool. This is so cool. Surrounded by millions of puffins, millions of penguins. I mean, there's humpback whales breaching out here, all kinds of whales. There's, I think, killer whales out here, orcas too. Like, whoa, this is cool. This is a cool place. Look at this. Yes, it's a big concrete ball, but it is the Arctic Circle marker. Oh, wow. Cool. Super geil. Super geil is the German word. And this is the northernmost part of all of Iceland. Arctic Circle. Yeah, baby. Nice and chill. There's some puffins down here on the cliff. And look at that view. Oh. Mwah. Очень красиво. Very beautiful. And with that, we've reached the highest point on the Grimsy Islands.
a nice reward. Yeah, man. There's our orb down there. But you should never go close to these cliffs, because it's pretty much just soil. And so if you get close, you should be down on your stomach to lean closer. I don't like cliffs though. I've had there's a great quote by Vernon Law that says, experience is the hardest teacher because she gives the test first and the lesson later. And I've learned my lesson one too many times. I should say I flunked the exam. That just about died a few times doing that. So nice cliff, but we're gonna leave it. Okay, and as we go back to the ferry dock, we come past all of our puffins again. So many of them. It is. Like, just look at this. They're just swarming everywhere. Oh, just goodbye. They're very sensitive to people, actually. I try to keep my distance because it's during the nesting season, but it's kind of unavoidable. There's just so many of them here. I would say solidly, because not only fly, my friends. Besides just the ones that you see on the cliff and flying around, there's a ton of them that are just swarming out of the water. Like if I zoom in over there, you'll see just like hordes of them. And they're going down and they're swimming down for krill and this kind of stuff. But I would say, if I had to estimate, I'd say solidly at least probably 1 million, 1.5 to 2 million puffins here on this very small island. Because as you see just how dense they are, there's so many of them on all sides of the cliff. So let's go back. I saw a hot dog stand, Icelandic hot dogs. Let's go. You know, one thing I kind of like about this town, actually I should say one thing I really like about this town, it's very small. You can see this is pretty much the extent of it. Yeah, a few cars, but you can only go about no more than 1 mile. Very, very little distance that you can drive here. Just a circle around the houses. But because it's so small, everybody has to kind of work together and take on different tasks that a community needs. And so, for example, this is, I think this is like the only guest house on the entire island. But this is where you can get a certificate that says that you've been to the Arctic Circle. But as you can see, it's down here, but he's the mailman right now, so he's going to be back around 2 o'clock. So he's the one driving around, he's delivering mail to all the other people, and he'll come back. I think that's really cool. That's cute. All right, but most important, this is what I was coming for, right there. Arctic hot dogs. Arctic hot dogs, yeah, you betcha. These are actually, let me show you the very famous Icelandic pilsner. I've been craving one for the last few days as I've been driving around in the middle of nowhere. The Icelandic hot dog is the best hot dog in the world. I promise you. I promise, I promise, I promise you. I guess why should I be surprised? They too are closed until until 4 o'clock. They're probably doing something different. They're probably sweeping the streets or something. Okay, well, I am hungry, but I did bring food. I brought some Icelandic tomatoes. I did think ahead. Okay, and I think I can turn my hat back around the right side. I think the fear of polar bears has eluded us as we're back in the city. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up. I'll see you guys later. A really fun adventure today. I really enjoyed today. It's a good day. Okay, goodbye from the Arctic Circle of Iceland.